Hello and welcome to this Come to Jesus Daily Devotional as we continue in this wonderful book of Ephesians. And today's devotional is entitled Work Wholeheartedly Like the Proverbs 31 Woman. Let's continue reflecting on a godly attitude to work by considering the wonderful example of what's called the Proverbs 31 woman. So let's read Ephesians 6, 7-8. Serve wholeheartedly, as if you were serving the Lord, not people, because you know that the Lord will reward each one for whatever good they do, whether they are slave or free. The Proverbs 31 woman. Let's read a few verses that I've selected from Proverbs 31. A wife of noble character who can find. She is worth far more than rubies. She selects wool and flax and works with eager hands. She gets up while it is still night. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants. She considers a field and buys it. Out of her earnings, she plants a vineyard. She sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her task. She sees that her trading is profitable and her lamp does not go out at night. In her hand, she holds the distaff and grasps the spindle with her fingers. She opens her arms to the poor and extends her hands to the needy. When it snows, she has no fear for her household, for all of them are clothed in scarlet. She makes coverings for her bed. She is clothed in fine linen and purple. She is clothed with strength and dignity. She can laugh at the days to come. She watches over the affairs of her household and does not eat the bread of idleness. Charm is deceptive and beauty is fleeting, but a woman who fears the Lord is to be praised. Honor her for all that her hands have done, and let her works bring her praise at the city gates. That's a number of selected verses from Proverbs 31 on this woman, this noble woman. And with this, the book of Proverbs comes to its conclusion. This portrait of the woman who fears the Lord, it's structured like an acrostic poem. Each of the verses begins with a successive letter from the Hebrew alphabet. It's both a personification of wisdom and a practical example of wise living. And while it speaks directly into the context of a wife and household, its principles can be applied by all, to men, women, the married, the single alike. And today, let's consider how this relates to what we read about in Ephesians chapter 6. So firstly, she serves wholeheartedly. We are to work wholeheartedly, as if we were serving the Lord, not people. This woman of noble character, she embodies this attitude, doesn't she? Wow, she's a hero, isn't she? She is marked by active, purposeful, selfless service. Her life is outward facing, seeking the good of others, whether in family life, work, wider relationship. She uses her energy and gifts for the benefit of those around her. She selects, we're told, she works with eager hands. She gets up, she provides, considers, plants, sets about her work vigorously. Her lamp does not go out. She grasps the spindle, opens her arms to the poor, makes coverings, watches over, fears the Lord. She is a compelling picture of wholeheartedness, isn't she? At the heart of it all is her fear of the Lord. Her worship fuels her work. This is not mere busyness. It is devotion expressed through diligence. A life shaped by reverence for God will overflow into faithful, energetic work and service. Now, as I write this, I hear my wife, Helen, cleaning the bathroom and toilet on her day off. I put it out there. She is a woman of noble character. Secondly, she brings blessing and goodness to others. This passage not only highlights her diligence, but also the impact of her work. She's not a workaholic whose activity harms herself and relationships. Rather, her work brings life, brings provision, brings blessing, brings flourishing. We see this in phrases such as "they lack nothing of value." She brings good, not harm. She provides food for her family and portions for her female servants, opens her arms to the poor, makes coverings, gives faithful instruction. You can see the flourishing nature of her busyness. Her work is fruitful because it is loving. It strengthens her home, serves the vulnerable, and reflects God's goodness. Thirdly, she is praised for her industry and character. Finally, we see that her life results in honor. To quote, "Honor her for all that her hands have done. Let her works bring her praise at the city gate." Her diligence, her wisdom, her godly character are recognized. Yet the ultimate focus is not her praise, but the God she fears. Her life points beyond herself. And this reminds us of Ephesians 6. The Lord sees, the Lord rewards, the Lord is the one we ultimately serve like her. So, in response, let's read through this passage of the woman of noble character. Read through it slowly. Pray through the characteristics of this woman of noble character. Where is God calling you and me to grow in wholeheartedness and diligence? How can my work, your work, whatever form it takes, become more intentional, more loving, more God-centered, more balanced? Let's seek to be people whose work flows from worship, bringing blessing to others and honor to God. God bless you.